Welcome back to the channel. World Coins Master, another thrilling episode on rare and unbelievably valuable US coins that might be sitting in your pocket change right now. Today, we are going to dive deep into the world of numismatics and uncover the incredible story behind the 1985 P. Roosevelt dime, an ordinary-looking coin that has stunned collectors and experts alike by being valued at an astonishing $10 million. That's right, from a simple face value of just 10 cents to a jaw-dropping fortune. The 1985 P dime proves that hidden treasure is still very real in the world of US coins. If you've ever wondered whether your change could change your life, you're in for an unforgettable journey. Now imagine finding a small silver-colored coin from 1985. It's a Roosevelt dime, minted in Philadelphia, and at first glance, it looks like every other dime you've ever seen. But beneath its surface, it holds secrets that only a sharp-eyed numismatist can detect. The reasons for its multimillion-dollar value are not immediately obvious. You won't see gold, diamonds, or precious stones embedded in it. What you will find, however, are anomalies, minting errors, production irregularities, and potential mint mark mysteries that make this dime an icon in rare coin circles. This isn't just about a flawed coin. It's about an artifact that represents a perfect storm of historical context, manufacturing mistake, and collector fascination. The Roosevelt dime has been in circulation since 1946, commemorating President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Over the decades, billions have been minted, making the dime a staple in everyday American transactions. However, in the sea of identical dimes, some emerge as incredibly rare due to mishaps at the U.S. Mint. The 1985 P. Roosevelt dime is one such coin that holds an unusual place in the market, not because it was meant to be extraordinary, but precisely because it wasn't. Its origin lies in the Philadelphia Mint, known for high-volume production. But despite the huge number of 1985 P dimes released that year, one specific coin stands apart, a coin that combines multiple errors and anomalies that together create a once-in-a-lifetime find. So, what exactly makes this dime worth $10 million? Let's begin with the errors. Minting errors can occur in many forms, such as off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and die breaks. Each of these errors can increase a coin's value significantly, especially when the coin is already of a certain age or rarity. The 1985 P dime we're exploring today is believed to include multiple such errors. One widely circulated theory is that this dime shows a rare double die obverse error, which means the front side of the coin, featuring Roosevelt's portrait, was struck twice by misaligned dies, creating a doubling effect that can be observed in the lettering, the date, or even Roosevelt's profile. Such doubling is not always visible to the naked eye but can be incredibly valuable when verified. In this coin, collectors believe the doubling is especially pronounced in the motto, "In God We Trust," and in the date, 1985, with certain parts of the numbers appearing slightly offset from their originals. This suggests that the coin was struck twice unintentionally, an error that happened only a few times in the entire 1985 production run. Another noteworthy error found in this particular dime is a dramatic off-center strike, an error in which the design is shifted significantly from the center, often leaving part of the planchet blank. This off-center strike combined with the double die effect already makes the coin extremely rare, but that's just the beginning. Another critical component of its value lies in the mint mark. The P mint mark signifies that the coin was struck in Philadelphia. While this may seem unremarkable at first, experts believe the mint mark on this particular dime was either improperly punched, repunched, or even missing entirely at one point in its early production. These variations are known in the numismatic world as RPMs, repunched mint marks. If the original, P, was punched in the wrong position or orientation and had to be corrected by repunching it in the proper place, the evidence of the initial punch would still be visible under magnification. Collectors and grading services consider such errors extremely desirable because they represent clear anomalies in the minting process. Now imagine that all of these errors, double die, off-center strike, repunched or anomalous mint mark, occurred on the same coin. That combination alone is astronomical in rarity. But what makes this dime even more valuable is the condition in which it was discovered. Grading is one of the most important factors in determining a coin's value. The Sheldon scale, used by numismatists to rate coins from poor 1 to mint state 70, plays a massive role. This particular 1985 P dime was found in what experts believe is mint state condition, possibly MS 68 or higher, meaning it has nowhere from circulation, perfect luster, and pristine surfaces. The presence of such rare errors in a high-grade example sends its value into the stratosphere. The historical context adds yet another layer of intrigue. The mid-1980s was a time of modernization at the U.S. Mint, with increased reliance on machinery and quality control automation. However, these technological upgrades were not flawless. Many errors from this era occurred due to transitions in minting equipment and human oversight during new training periods. It's plausible that this dime was struck during such a transitional phase, slipping through the cracks of quality inspection and entering circulation unnoticed. This historical oversight only amplifies the coin's mystique, but perhaps what truly catapulted this 1985 P dime into the $10 million club was the story of its discovery. According to popular lore in numismatic circles, the coin was found by a casual collector who had no idea of its potential value. It reportedly surfaced in a jar of spare change saved over years and was nearly spent at a gas station before a curious coin enthusiast noticed the odd features. Once it was examined under a microscope and authenticated by a top-tier grading agency, its significance became undeniable. The word spread quickly through online forums, coin shows, and eventually national media. As more collectors and investors learned of its existence, demand skyrocketed, and offers began pouring in from private collectors and museums alike. What makes this story even more incredible is that no exact duplicate has been found since. While other 1985 P dimes with one or two similar errors have appeared, none match the specific combination and pristine quality of this legendary coin. The uniqueness is what makes it priceless. In the coin world, rarity is king, but when you combine rarity with visual appeal, historical intrigue, and a perfect storm of mint errors, you get something truly monumental. Beyond the physical characteristics and historical significance, there's a deeper layer to this coin's value, its symbolic meaning in the world of collecting. For many, the 1985 P dime is a reminder that even the most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary worth. It represents the excitement of the hunt, the dedication of those who study coinage, and the unpredictable nature of discovery. Numismatists often talk about the holy grails of collecting, coins that are legendary for their rarity and value. The 1985 P dime has earned a place among these revered treasures, not just for its technical errors but for the passion and awe it inspires in those who seek it. So let's talk about what you should do if you think you might have a valuable dime from 1985. First, don't clean the coin. Cleaning a coin can reduce its value significantly. Second, examine it closely for the specific errors. Look for doubling in the date or lettering, check if the design is off-center, and inspect the mint mark for signs of repunching or irregular placement. Using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe can help spot these features. If you find anything suspicious, consider sending the coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. These services not only confirm the coin's authenticity but also provide a standardized grade that can greatly influence its market value. Even if you don't find the exact multimillion-dollar dime, there's still good news. There are several known error varieties from 1985 P dimes that can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars on the open market. For example, partial collar strikes, die clashes, and misaligned dies have been documented for this year and mint. While they may not command the same staggering price, they still represent meaningful finds and can be the gateway to a lifelong interest in coin collecting. Collectors should also be aware of counterfeit coins. As the story of the $10 million dime has spread, there's been an increase in attempts to replicate its features artificially. While some fakes are easy to spot, others can be deceptively convincing. That's why professional grading and authentication are essential if you believe you have something rare. The integrity of the numismatic market depends on rigorous verification, and reputable dealers and collectors will always insist on it. Now let's briefly explore how value is assigned in the world of rare coins. Price is driven by four main factors: rarity, demand, condition, and historical significance. The 1985 P dime scores a perfect 4 out of 4. Its rarity is unquestionable. No known twin exists. The demand is immense, with private collectors, museums, and even investors interested. Its condition, if maintained in mint state, puts it among the elite. And its backstory, from mint era to miraculous discovery, adds that intangible wow factor that pushes its valuation into 8-digit territory. It's also important to note that coin values can. Today's deep dive into the remarkable and unbelievable world of coin collecting, where ordinary-looking coins turn out to be worth a fortune, and hidden treasures often lie unnoticed in the spare change in your pocket. Today, we're going to talk about one such astonishing example, the 2004 P. Roosevelt dime, a coin with a face value of just 10 cents but a potential value that reaches up to $3 million due to a unique combination of minting mistakes, striking anomalies, mint mark errors, and extremely rare production characteristics. You might be shocked that such a modern and commonly circulated coin could be worth this much, but the truth behind its value lies in a series of rare and fascinating details that have captivated collectors, numismatists, and investors across the world. The 2004 P dime, minted in Philadelphia, is a Roosevelt dime that on the surface appears just like millions of others. It features the iconic profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, with the word Liberty to the left, the motto, "In God We Trust," below his chin, and the mint year, 2004, to the right. Above the date is the mint mark, P, indicating it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. But while the design is standard, what makes certain examples of this dime exceptionally valuable are the highly rare and unintended features that make them anomalies, misstruck rarities, and collectors' dreams. The journey of this coin from being worth just 10 cents to being valued at $3 million starts at the minting facility itself. Errors made during the striking process are often dismissed or destroyed, but occasionally, a few error coins escape into circulation. The most valuable among these are those that not only survived but also exhibit multiple layers of unusual features. The 2004 P dime in question includes a mix of double die errors, off-center strikes, rotated dies, planchet anomalies, and possible transitional design elements, each of which can significantly increase a coin's rarity and desirability. Let's explore what these terms mean and how they contribute to the coin's astounding value. A double die error occurs when the coin's design is impressed more than once onto the die that stamps the image onto blank planchets. This results in a doubling of elements on the coin's face, sometimes seen in the lettering, numbers, or Roosevelt's profile itself. In the case of the valuable 2004 P dime, some specimens display dramatic doubling of the date, mint mark, and the word Liberty, which becomes obvious under magnification. These doubled features weren't intended, but they attract the attention of seasoned collectors and experts who recognize their importance. Off-center strikes are another type of error that add massive value. This happens when the blank coin planchet is not properly aligned with the striking dies, causing the design to be imprinted off-center. Depending on how far off the center the strike is, and how much of the design remains visible, the value of the coin can vary. Some of the 2004 P dimes were struck 10%, 25%, or even 50% off-center, creating a wildly misaligned and irregular appearance that collectors find both intriguing and rare. Rotated dies are yet another factor. A rotated die error occurs when the dies used to strike the coin are not properly aligned with one another, causing the reverse of the coin to appear at an angle when the obverse is oriented normally. Some 2004 P dimes have been found with reverse rotations of 45, 90, or even 180 degrees, a striking and noticeable feature that greatly increases the coin's uniqueness and appeal. In addition to these striking errors, some 2004 P dimes may have been struck on planchets intended for foreign coins or other U.S. denominations, such as cents or nickels. When a dime is struck on the wrong planchet, one that may be the wrong size, weight, or composition, it results in an error coin that is instantly recognized as special. These planchet anomalies, especially when verified by third-party grading services like PCGS or NGC, can send a coin's value skyrocketing. Mint mark anomalies also play a major role in the coin's desirability. The P mint mark on the 2004 dime, if misaligned, doubled, missing, or struck in the wrong font or location, can turn a common coin into an extraordinary rarity. Some coins have even shown a ghost mint mark, where it appears faint, incomplete, or shifted, which numismatists believe may result from die fatigue or improper hubbing. Coins with no mint mark at all, though supposedly struck at Philadelphia where mint marks are standard on modern coins, are extremely rare and often highly sought after. Then we enter the mysterious world of transitional errors and die varieties. Sometimes, minting facilities use outdated dies or transition between designs, resulting in hybrid coins that bear features from two different years or minting styles. While not widely publicized, there is growing speculation that some 2004 P dimes were struck with either outdated dies or leftover die components from previous years, resulting in subtle design irregularities that are only noticeable upon detailed inspection. These include variations in the torch and flame on the reverse, differences in the spacing and font of lettering, and even faint ghost images of outdated design elements that were not intended to be present. Another possibility contributing to the extraordinary valuation of a specific 2004 P dime lies in extremely low population reports of certain error combinations. For example, if a coin features both a dramatic off-center strike and a double die error, and only one or two of these are known to exist, their scarcity can drive auction prices into the millions. Add in a rotated die or a planchet mismatch, and you're looking at a one-of-a-kind piece with historical and collectible significance that transcends its denomination. To understand the full scale of the value potential, it's important to consider auction records and market demand. Collectors are always seeking the next big rarity, and auction houses have seen coins like error dimes sell for staggering prices, sometimes in excess of 6 or even 7 figures, when they exhibit the right mix of rarity, condition, and collector interest. The 2004 P dime, with the correct error combination and in near-perfect condition, has reportedly reached sales of up to $3 million in private transactions and specialized coin auctions. Condition is another crucial factor. A coin that's graded at MS67 or MS68 by a professional grading service will always command a higher price than one that's circulated or damaged. Mint state coins with errors, especially those graded with full bands on the reverse torch, indicating a strong, clear strike, are the creme de la creme of Roosevelt dimes. A full band designation often makes a dramatic difference in value, especially when paired with errors. Authentication and provenance also play their parts. Coins that have been verified and certified by the top third-party graders like PCGS, NGC, or Anax, and which come with a documented chain of ownership or notable discovery story, are far more likely to command premium prices. If a coin was found in circulation, kept in pristine condition, and then authenticated and publicized, its story alone can drive media coverage and collector demand, multiplying its value. Let's also look at how the historical context adds value. In 2004, the United States Mint was still producing billions of coins annually, but quality control challenges remained, especially at the Philadelphia Mint, which historically has been known for occasional anomalies due to its high volume output. This means the possibility of more unnoticed errors entering circulation during that year was higher than usual, but only a very few would survive unnoticed for years before collectors discovered them. Such survival adds to their legend and value. Some theories suggest that a few 2004 P Roosevelt dimes may have been intentionally released with experimental features or test strikes, produced under special circumstances to test die wear, metal composition, or new production techniques. These test coins, if they entered circulation, would be exceptionally rare and valuable, as they were never intended for public release. Collectors who specialize in patterns and experimental coins actively search for such anomalies and pay top dollar for authenticated examples. Moreover, media attention and collector buzz can rapidly escalate the value of a coin. A 2004 P dime that gains traction on social media, YouTube, or numismatic blogs as being exceptionally rare or valuable can lead to a gold rush effect, where thousands of collectors search through rolls and jars of coins hoping to find a match. This increased demand paired with limited supply drives the coin's price up dramatically. It's a self-perpetuating cycle. The rarer the coin appears, the more people want it, and the more its value increases. It's also worth noting that some 2004 P dimes have displayed unusual metal compositions or surface anomalies under X-ray fluorescence testing, suggesting they may have been struck on improperly alloyed planchets or blanks intended for other minting purposes. This type of metallurgical error is extremely rare and contributes to the coin's appeal among scientific collectors who enjoy coins not just for their appearance but also for the story they tell about minting technology and manufacturing errors. In the grand scheme of numismatics, coins like the 2004 P Roosevelt dime serve as proof that even modern coins, when struck with the right combination of errors, anomalies, and minting mysteries, can be worth far more than their face value. Collectors today are not just looking for old, antique coins but also keeping their eyes open for newer ones that have hidden value due to rare minting errors. This phenomenon has brought a renewed